Good Thursday morning, and welcome to Upstyle Your Paper Pumpkin String Up. So, this is a different upstyle class. Okay, hold on. We've got I told everybody here just a minute ago, but now that the recording's going, I'm having some technical difficulties because I left my phone in Boise. 901. So my brother's logging in on his because my mom's doesn't rotate. 771 5257. Password is all capital letters, ink spots.
Hold on.
Should have you guys tell him, right?
Yeah.
So yes, today this upstyle class, I might put it out as public, but for now it's going to be private amongst us because it has a kit. And so this is kind of a backstage. It's something I've never done before, and that to me is the name of the game these days, is to change it up, mix it up, and string it up.
What's the passcode?
Ink spots, all capital letters, one word. Because somebody tell him why my password is ink spots.
No.
Because that's way easier to type in.
Passcode. Try again.
That's not incorrect. Maybe you spelled it wrong.
5, 10, 15.
Tell your brother to jump in the screen so we can all eyeball him.
There you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
This is Michael.
I feel like being ganged up by all the women.
You are?
Yeah. You come to the right place.
Did you get yours? That one working? And then we'll rotate a little further. There's Dad.
Oh, hi.
Dad.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, so asks you about
There you are down there.
yes. I am down here. And like I said, left my phone. Whoops.
I can't imagine you must have freaked out when you realized you didn't have your phone.
I was halfway to the airport when I realized, and my friend goes, "Should we go back?" I go, "No, I'll be late," because it's more than a half-hour drive from my house to the airport. You good?
What? You're gonna want the camera going out of this one?
Yeah, I want it down, and I need it vertical, and we're gonna pop it right there, and then I will take. Does that cable fit? I need a cable just in case it dies on me. Okay, sorry, folks. Few delays.
Is that a big brother or a little brother?
Big.
Oh.
Big. Yeah, he's 2.5 years older than I am.
I don't know if I have the.
Well, turn your volume all the way off and hit the mute button.
I have, but I can't get the volume to go to.
All right, so we're still having issues, but that doesn't mean we can't start. We've had an official welcome. Let's start with, we'll do it this way. So it's going to be backwards for you, I see, but that's okay. You all know what these say. In 2 weeks, we have our string up class.
Liz, it's not backwards.
It's not.
No.
It is. It is for me.
Well, it's not for us, so you're good.
No, you're good.
Interesting. Well, that's good. So string up in 2 weeks. That's going to be with the Spooky Suite. Pop on, even if you don't have this, or maybe you have the paper, and just kind of have some fun making something. Who knows what, I know what we're going to do, but we'll just have some fun. All right. And then I didn't bring the stamps and dies. They are here, but I didn't bring them out. Technique time for October will be on the 30th of October, because we have 5 Thursdays in October. But anyhow, we're going to have the traditions of Christmas. If you don't have this one, or if you're like, I only want to buy part of it, buy the dies that have the big, the sprig and the holly, all of that. Or have something similar to it, which I know we've had different years' worths, right? From previous seasons, we've had those, because there's all kinds. I'm sure you have labels in your stash, and you have greetings in your stash, Christmas greetings. So you can really kind of work with what you have. I know it will you'll be able to make it work. Okay. This is upcoming Studio Ink spots in November. I am going to start putting all that information out. I know I keep saying that, but I keep getting derailed. But we'll get there. We'll get there. This will be fun. This will be a lot of fun. This is what I really want to talk about. So, Rose, did you look at all the product or were you going to be surprised?
I've looked at the product. My box is sitting over here, but I haven't opened it. And I signed up for the class, so I'm so excited.
Yes. So
You
here,
know, for that price of that is a wonderful suite.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's
So many moving parts.
Yep, there are a lot of moving parts for sure. So, yeah, you're gonna go in here and face down. So yeah, it's maybe if I back up a little bit, but yeah, here is the box itself. You can see it's kind of, it's like a lot of the competitors. This is $120 value. It's $99. But you're also going to get $9.90 back in your rewards. So it's kind of a really, really fun deal. It also
Shocked it hasn't sold out yet.
maybe they bought a nice bunch of them. Yeah, see, you're not turning either, Michael.
What do you mean? What do you want?
I want it. See how you're up and down? We need to be side side.
You're so demanding.
I know. Usually you can do it right as you're lining it and then you rotate your phone. Okay, so this is the advent calendar. It has 2 sets of dies in it. I was surprised. I thought it was only going to have one. Oh, look at that.
Now you're upside down though.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Liz, it also has that stamp set that has 22 stamps. That is big.
24 stamps.
Oh, 24, yeah.
Yeah. So it comes with not only the calendar, but it comes with what's almost feels like 2 sets of stamps.
I think it is 2 sets, really.
I think it is too.
Yeah. So you have your images and then you have all your greetings. And these greetings are really good. I'll pop this back here. I'll pop it back up for you so you can see all the pieces. So, I mean, to me, this is probably like a $26 stamp set right here. So you have that plus all the stuff. And if you don't want, I'll just tell you what's in there. There's DSP, there are dies, there's ephemera, there's embellishments, twine. I mean, it's all good stuff. Glitter glue. So in the form of like stickles. So yes, it's going to be fun. So Julie and Kayleen doesn't know it yet because she's been on a cruise. I have to fill her in, but yes, we're going to have all kinds of stamping for 12 days in December. So every day is another little class. So, all right, we have that. One last announcement for you guys. These are the Abundant Joy dies. These are coming up for the last quarter of the year, for October, November, December. These are the dies that will match Paper Pumpkin. I wanted you to see those. I'll spotlight now that that my brother came to the rescue here. Can you plug this in?
What?
Your phone so we don't lose it?
You're so demanding.
Oh, it is backwards.
Told you. Just believe me.
How do we get it unbackwards?
It's not backwards.
It's just for me that it's.
Oh, for you backwards. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm
It's
not.
backwards.
So you can read Stampin' Up the right way.
Yes. Yes.
Because this right here is actually on my left. Are you seeing it on your left?
I
No,
said on your
the
right.
No, it's on
the
our right.
Stampin' Up cut
On my
box
right.
thing is upside down. It's facing you, not us.
Yes. It's
So it's
there
upside
you
down.
go. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
You
There
got
There
it.
you go.
You guys,
Okay.
this is so backwards from everything I usually do.
I'm sure it is. You're not at home. You don't have your own stuff.
Right to that.
But you're just not in the frame now.
That's because it's on the desk.
You're getting closer, getting closer.
No, we need to come this way.
You need to move your laptop.
Well,
Yeah, because that's where you want to be showing us, right? Right there in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you're getting is a pull right through this, but that's okay. You don't need to see me. All right. So usually my stand is above me and but this is all messed up, you guys. All right.
Well, you're soldiering on.
That's right. That's right. Okay. But we definitely need, sorry, you're all getting seasick. It's because I'm moving everything around. Ah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're going to go with it.
What's that white box on the side?
That's part of the stand. So this isn't my usual stand. This is
Okay.
it's a Japanese stand that I have.
It's the base.
It's the base. Yeah, so it all folds up. So it packs and it travels easily.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
that's what that is. Okay, so the Abundant Joy dies, I just used them here to try and level this out. Get them while you can because they do sell out.
Just keep going.
It's up here.
I know. I'm trying to.
Got mine already.
Yep, that's
So
great.
that is enough. If you have any questions, give a
No,
holler.
that's good. That's good, Liz. We can see it. It's clear.
Yeah. All right. So today's class is our Upstyle Your Paper Pumpkin, and it is a string up. This is the first string up class that I'm doing here. It is, let's see if we can straighten out
Wow.
just a skosh. There we go.
I'm gonna mess it up.
So shut your eyes if you're getting seasick. He's plugging in.
Okay.
All right. So we have a lot. What we're going to do for today is we are going to be prepping at the beginning. And then what we'll do, it's okay. It's fine. And then what we'll do, yeah, it was better the way it was. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then it all fell apart.
Keep going.
Such a train wreck over here, you guys. All right. We have a lot of prep work. Let's start with some prep work. What I'd like you to do is you're going to pull out all of the cards from your paper pumpkin kit. So pull out all of your card bases. Okay. You can pull them all out, but one. And I don't remember which one it is. I have to. It's all of them. We're using all of them. Sorry. We're using all 9 card bases for this. So if you want to make something with your paper pumpkin kit, you'll have some pieces left over, but you won't have any envelopes. Well, you'll have 1 envelope left over and you'll have no card bases, but come on, we have cardstock, right?
I will tell you this, ladies, the refills are available because that's what I had to buy since I left my kit home.
Okay, so my mom's blade is really dull. And so I'm going to have to clean that groove out. So here's what we're going to do. With each of the card bases here, we're going to cut them all so that they look like this. So what I've done here is I'm going to cut from top corner to the score line. Then I'm going to rotate and cut from the score line to the bottom corner so that we have this fold intact. Okay? And then what we'll be doing is we'll be saving all the leftover pieces. All right, so let's just do that step. That will be our first prep. We're going to do it to all 9 cards. And I have 2 already done here. So you're going to
Can you go to the window and make it bigger?
I am on Spotlight.
It's pretty big. You're on
Oh,
my
you mean
whole
go
screen.
to the edges? I can't. That's a Zoom thing.
No, okay. I'm getting the grid on my thing
Oh, that's your settings. So
okay.
you need to go to let's see, where is it going to be?
Speaker.
No, not speaker.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, you want to be, you want your
Speaker view.
Yeah.
instead of gallery.
Okay.
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 Sorry.
Liz, will you?
No, it's totally okay, Claire. It's perfect. We help.
Liz, can I?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only paper that's directional is this one tree one, right?
Right.
So are you gonna help us? That's the one I'm afraid I'll mess up upside down or something. So you're gonna help us with cutting that right?
Right.
the
Let's
right
do
direction?
them right now. Okay.
Okay.
Because you can only do them one way. Because you want to maintain the fold. You can only cut one way to maintain the fold. All right. And so, well, you could do it this way and upside down, but I don't want to do that. So let's do the toile one that is directional. And we're going to take from the top right corner, you're going to put that in the track of your cutter there. And you're going to put the score line in the track. Okay. And once you have that there, you're going to, whoops, hello. I slept funny on my wrist, my right wrist of all things. So I'm a little, okay. So
I'm
that's our
confused.
first cut.
On the score line?
Yeah,
Oh,
the center score line.
okay. So you're really only cutting off part of a half of a card.
Right, right. What I
Okay.
want is to maintain the fold. Because what we're doing is our banner, our garland is going to be, the color is going to be double-sided, but the stuff will all be on the front side. But it'll give it some stability. Okay, so that's your first cut. Save this for other cards and things because we're not going to be using this upside down. All right, now rotate your card 180 degrees and put the score line in the groove line and the top left point in the groove, in the cutting line. Okay, so you end up with a triangle. And then this piece here, of all of our cards, we're saving the toile for future projects. Okay, everything else we're going to use. Okay, so I have 2 toile done. So let's do one more toile just so we make sure we do it the right way. Again, top right, down to the score line. Line that up in the cutting line of your card base, or your cutter rather. Now I'm doing the other side. How you doing, Kayleen?
I'm doing it.
Okay, so you should,
Amazingly doing it.
yeah, you should have 3 that look like this.
Well, I'm on my second one.
Okay, yeah, I already had one done. And I will just kind of hold up right there for a second.
Elizabeth, did you say that we do all of these
Yeah, we're
cards?
doing all of them. So these
Okay.
next ones, the reason I was just kind of holding up there, the next ones, because they're not directional like the toile, it doesn't really matter. You just kind of take it and we're going to do the exact same thing. So here's kind of the linen one. I am going to cut it the exact same way.
Okay, I just screwed up. I don't know what I did. I
Okay.
had to be watching you the whole time. Okay, I have a messed one.
You'll be able to glue it together.
I don't know.
Yes. Yes, you will.
Oh, what did I do? I don't even know what I did wrong.
Okay, watch me. Did you cut it in half the wrong way?
Obviously, yeah, I think I turned it. I mean, it's, oh crap. Ah. I get the
Okay.
first one, and then for some reason, when I,
Well, the next one's just the complete reversal. So watch me, Kayleen. Just watch. So I'm going from
okay,
the top.
well, I did the first two right, and then I just,
Okay.
okay, that's, I get that, and then I
Rotate.
goofed on this.
I don't know how you can goof. You only have two points you can go to. Okay. So I'm making a pile of my triangular folded pieces that will fold. And then I'm saving all of these other pieces in a pile. Okay. So these we are going to use. The toile ones, because they would end up being upside down. Those are some great DSP pieces that you can use on some other projects and things. Okay, so I have my 3 white done. Now we're going to do the same thing with the plaid. And we're going to save the pieces in an extra pile here. So do it the same each time.
I'm not having a problem now. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I was focused too much on the pattern than doing the right thing. But
You'll still be able to
I'm
glue
not
it.
happy.
You'll be able to glue it together. Or you'll be able to just like grab a piece of cardstock and replace that one. It's all, you can totally make it work. I have faith. Okay, so mine, you move my trimmer out. Mine are done. And then I have this stack as well. So I have my whites and my plaids. We're going to use these. Once you have that, you're going to open up your add-on kit and you have 4 pieces, 4 quarter sheets of paper. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut them from corner to corner. Okay. So I've done my cloud cover. Now I'm going to take, and it doesn't matter from either corner. It's going to end up being the same. But go from, cut right along that diagonal. This is where I can totally tell that her blade is dull. I'm going to have an extra fringy look. We'll just call it texture. Fits for fall, right? Again, I'm going to start in the middle so I don't crush my point. There's my crumb cake, cloud cover, timid tiger, and I'm going to do the same thing to this last piece, which is pecan pie. Okay. Let me know when you have all of those done.
Okay, question, sorry. I didn't have them out. Now I have them out. We're just cutting them in half.
No, you're cutting,
Diagonal.
yeah, diagonally in half.
That's what I mean. We're just doing a diagonal, no big deal.
That's right. So
Okay.
now I want you to put all of these with this pile here. Okay. So you have a pile of that. You have a pile of this that's prepped. That wasn't too hard. Next prep that we'll be doing, if you want to work ahead, you have a half sheet of Very Vanilla. And you can use your circle of season dies. You're going to need 8 circles total. Okay. So really get them in there. All right. You kind of have to wiggle them in to fit
Liz,
the. Yeah.
can you tell me that I'm going to have to use a punch because I left that home. Can you tell me what size that is? Hopefully I have a punch that's similar.
It's this big.
Oh, you don't have a ruler. Okay.
I don't have a ruler. Anybody have a ruler nearby? I think it's about 2 1/8 across. So if you have a punch, a circle punch,
I have a bunch.
yeah, get your larger circle punch.
Okay.
So I'm here at my mom's, can't find her plates. You should see how jerry-rigged the cut and boss machine is right now. It is so wild.
I can't believe you don't have one of those farm or those rulers.
You know what? There's one out in the garage, but I didn't bring it out. You mean a Salisbury ruler? Of course.
Yeah.
Here. There's many of those here. This is the house. All right, so here's what we got going here. I've got all kinds of cardboard and paper underneath because the number 2 plate is too big. I do have my number 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is put this way in the corner, get it way in there, because we're going to be needing all of this paper to get all 8 cut out.
Liz, what's the name of this die set again?
Circle of Seasons.
I can't find that anywhere on my on the website.
It's probably because it's sold out now. It's the one that matches it's the one for this quarter of
Oh, it's paper pumpkin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be under paper pumpkin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're
That's-
not a subscriber, but do the same thing Kayleen's doing and grab like your the 2 3/8 inch punch.
Okay.
Okay, this was working last night. It's not working today. What is the matter? Oh, I know why. Because I didn't use the number 4. I used the number 2 plate. Oh, diddle, diddle, diddle. It's a little,
Okay, I have a question. You know the circles that are in the pack?
yeah, but there's only 3, but they are the same size.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are the circles in here that have the foil around it the same size?
Yeah.
Okay, then I have a 2. Okay, my punch is a little too big. I need to go get the other one.
No,
Okay,
no. Too big is fine.
it's 2.5, and these circles seem to be 2.
Are they 2 or 2 1/8? Yeah, just something very similar. It doesn't have to be like I had here before I kind of rigged all this. I was using a the 1 3/4 punch and it was too small.
Okay, well, I have a 2-inch punch and a 2.5.
Right.
So I'm going to go get both of them and see.
Yeah, you could also do whatever your you know, I'm sure Stylish Shapes might have something.
Oh, that's true.
Elizabeth, did you say 2.5 circle would work?
Do a 2-inch circle or something close to it.
2.5?
2.5 it will probably be okay. It might be a little bit big, but it's probably going to be okay.
Okay. That's what I have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better. It's better than 1 3/4. The 1 3/4, the letters will, you know, will be too big for that size. Okay, so just get these in nice and tight. Put this down.
Yeah, that circle is about 2 and a little over 1/4.
There's
So
a two.
you say use the 2.5-inch punch then instead?
I would.
Okay. How many we doing?
8.
I just measured the die and it's 2 inches.
Thank you, Terry. That's awesome.
You're welcome. I had a cat sitting on me, so I couldn't get up.
He knows who his mama is.
My gosh. Then I was like, I've got to help these guys.
Okay, how many we making?
8.
Okay.
Unless you want to spell a different word. Yeah, what words are in grateful? Okay. 2 more to go for me. Those of you punching, I'm sure you're done. But we won't have much more die cutting to do today. We're going to die cut a couple acorns, and that's about it. Okay, so here's a look. That out of the way. Here's a look at my paper. That's how I was able to get my circles. I'm going to tuck that back in there. Let me know when you guys have your circles. I'm going to set that in my pile of stuff that's done. Oh man, I forgot to bring out blocks. That's not good. Okay, folks, I'm gonna go grab some blocks. I will be right back. Be finished prepping. You know what? I'm gonna give one more prep before I go grab blocks. That way everybody can be working on something. So, heads up for just a minute. We're gonna take, and you're gonna take 8 of the envelopes. It doesn't matter which ones. I'm only doing 2 of the orange, 2 of the pumpkin pie. So I saved one of these, but we're going to do to the rest of these, we're going to cut the flap off. Save this because this is white paper that matches paper pumpkin. We're not going to use it, but it's a perfect white match. So save it for later. I'm going to take my flap and I'm going to square off the ends. Okay. Just square off the ends. Okay. So that's the first bit. I've squared off my ends. Okay. And then I'm going to cut 2 7/8" strips from the flap. So I wish they could have been 1 inch, but 1 inch doesn't fit. So there's 1 strip at 7/8. And here's my next 7/8" strip. Okay. And we're doing this to 8 envelopes. This is trash. We won't need it, but this is what we're going to need. Okay. So do that to all 8 of your envelopes that you've selected. And it doesn't have to be the exact same envelopes. Because by the end, I mean, we'll have something similar, but you may be kind of doing your own thing in a few spots. Okay, I'm going to go get those blocks and I'll be right back. Keep cutting.
Hey guys, while she's gone, did she say, are you supposed to cut down the envelope and open it up or just cut the flap off?
Just the flap.
Okay.
I got blocks.
Okay, will you walk through that envelope again?
Yep, because I
get
have more to do. Okay, so you're going to do 2 orange or 2 pumpkin pie, and then 3 of Cajun and 3 of pecan pie, or whatever mix you want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do, Kayleen, is I'm going to cut the flap off. Save that for later. It's a perfect white for paper pumpkin. Look at my mom's blade. Whew. Next, what I'm going to do is turn this and just even this off. Square it off so that you have a square up top. And then I'm just going to flip this over and square off the other end. Now put it back face up, and I'm going to cut 2 7/8" strips. So there's 1, and here comes my second one that's going to be 7/8" wide. And I'm going to do that again because I have more to do. So that's kind of an overview. Now I'm going to do one nice and slow for you. Okay, so
the arched part never shows because you're cutting it off.
correct.
Okay.
Correct. So yeah, I'm kind of getting maximum use. So I'm cutting off the flap and saving the rest for later, just tossing it in a pile. Now I'm squaring off the ends. So just eyeball that. Because what's more important is the 7/8 inch wide, not so much the length. You'll see why in a little bit. Okay.
So we do 3 pumpkin pies and what else?
So I'm doing 2 pumpkin pie.
2. Okay.
I'm doing 3 Cajun
Okay.
and 3 of the pecan pie. My other pecan pie is already done.
Okay. Thank you.
It was my practice run. Because see, I only have 1 paper pumpkin kit, so it's designed on paper. I haven't made one finished yet. That's why I have some pieces done and cut because it's all kind of been assembled, but disassembled, if that makes sense. Okay, and I'm just making a pile of these. This is kind of the boring part. Prepping all of our pieces. Huh, there's a big old squirrel in the palm tree. I'm like, what is that noise?
You're putting together your mise en place if you were cooking.
That's right.
About 70% of my TV viewing pleasure is cooking shows.
Lately, mine has been reruns of Project Runway. That's what's been on in the background. I am now on to the Cajun craze here. What?
I screwed up.
What'd you do?
Made a bad cut.
Oh, shh. Michael said he made a bad cut. He's razzing us.
Is there a special occasion for the family reunion?
No, he just said he was coming out. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'll go out at the same time. And then I said something to my nephew, who is Michael's his dad, and he goes, okay, well, I'll go too. He lives in Boise as well.
So we're cutting all the envelopes but 1 pumpkin pie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This kit is really pretty much, I mean, you'll have some extra stuff, but pretty much it's mostly all going to be in this garland. Oh, here comes the dog. She hears the squirrels.
Don't tell the dog you're a cat lady.
Me? Terry's the cat lady. She's got, what did you name him, Terry?
I didn't name him. He came from the shelter named.
Oh.
And I can't remember his name. So we were on the way home and he was crying because he was scared. And
Yeah.
I said, suck it up, Buttercup. That's why his middle name is Buttercup.
Nice.
So his name is Archie.
Oh, that's right. I should have remembered that.
But they named him at the shelter.
I have a grandson named Archie.
Hey, troublemaker.
Yeah. He is a troublemaker, huh?
This one is a troublemaker.
Not to be confused with Prince Archie.
Right. Well, our Archie is actually, his real name is Archer, but nobody calls him that. We just say Archie.
No, you can't get on here. This is me.
Terry, you can't have the paper cutter.
I know
Give him the scraps.
I'm trying.
My puppy loves the scraps.
That pistol.
Yep, they are. They definitely are. Okay, if yours get out of order, don't worry about it. We're going to be crinkling them and stuff. And so, but I have all my strips. I think that besides having a few extra pieces of acorn, we'll do that kind of when we get to that point. We are prepped. So you're going to let me know when you have all of your pieces ready. And I'm going to clean up my mess that I just threw. Floats. Just kind of gave them a good toss to the side.
Gotta find your toy. Here it is. Come here. I know how I'll keep you busy.
Terry, I took Neko, which is our little puppy. She's 6.5 months old.
Uh-huh.
I took her over to Nicholas's house while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
And boy, was she. So like when you said Archie was crying on your way home, yeah, she was just shaking. She's like, wait, where are you going? Where's my mama going?
Yeah, no. I actually wanted a dog.
Oh, yeah. You ended up with a cat.
But I ended up with a cat.
Kind of a big difference.
Well, because my sister kept going into the pet store and getting her, she has 2 cats. So I would go in with her and I was sitting in the car and she's like, oh, come in and look at the kitties. They need a home. And I'm like,
Not
sister,
mine.
I don't want a cat. I want a dog. So then he was in one of the cages and I put he had his paw at the end. And so I petted him and he started purring.
Oh,
And I was like,
Will you be
oh,
the
why did you
mama?
do that? So he came home with me.
Cool. Cool, cool. How are you guys coming along?
good.
Hey, our next step, you can see I'm kind of getting ready for it. We're going to do something a little bit out of order, and I'll tell you why. But you're going to take your 8 vanilla circles and we're going to splatter them. And you can splatter them with whatever, whether it's timid tiger, pecan, Cajun, or a dark brown, just kind of give them a splatter. And we're splattering these first because I don't want to splatter the metallic paper once we put the letters on. It just kind of has a little bit of a funny, I just didn't want it to dimple it. Of course, it's texture, but
Are some of the circles edges going to be hidden?
some of them are, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good, because
You have one with a bite out of it?
I have one with a bite.
Yep. Yep. So and that's fine because yeah, we'll be doing stuff like the leaves will come on. So you'll find just the right spot to be able to twist and hide that. Plus the letters, are going to kind of cantilever over. You know, they don't necessarily, they're going to kind of, you know, so they're going to hang off the edge. So you'll be fine. You could have bites out of several and be fine. For those who've made their own kit, I used the what are these called? The party alphabet dies. I used the large set, that new set that we have, and I cut the word grateful from the earthen metallic specialty paper that's part of the Fall for Toile. No, that's not what it's called. It's called the Autumn Toile. I don't know. Whatever the Toile Sweet collection is in the mini catalog. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and splatter my I'm going to splatter my circles. I'm just going to do them now.
Can you tell me what your colors are?
This one right now is Timid Tiger.
Okay. Thank you.
And you could use pumpkin pie, any of the fall colors that are here. You know, just whatever you reach for and grab. That sounds good. Just don't do like bright green or, well, that actually be okay. But, you know, and I'm doing some colors here. I'm going to rotate this so that it doesn't splatter in the same direction each time, but give them a couple colors. This is the SU 200, part of the deep combo blend. And mixing it up. I'm going for 3. Ta-da! Okay. We'll do a little more splattering, but not much more. Just kind of depends on how you want it to look. I'm gonna go ahead and hit a little wink in here at the same time. That finishes those. Why are we frozen? There it goes. I'm like, why are we frozen? No more technical difficulties. Okay, so these are prepped. Give me a shout out, you guys, when you're ready to move along. Oh, did I not bring the...
Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome. I have to go get my dimensionals. Why are they not in this box? All right, and sure, it's the furthest end of the house. I'll be back. Keep working, you guys. Oh, Tiffany.
They don't spray your eye, but they have a little spot. They say close your eyes and open your mouth.
Dimensionals are in the house. We're set to go. Okay, who all is ready to move on?
Me.
I am.
Okay, sounding pretty good. Sounding pretty good. We're going to go back to this original stack that we started with. Okay, and what I want you to do, we're going to do our first letter here. You need the plaid, the espresso plaid, and your 2 pieces of cloud cover. So these 2 pieces right here. That's going to be our first base. I'm just going to slide that out of the way. So have your bone folder. Did not find a bone folder here. So I'm using this. I don't even know what this is for. But I'm like, that'll work. So fold your plaid in half and give it a good score. And mine's a little bit off. So we have some that we're going to flip over. I'm going to grab another one here. And it's okay if it's slightly off like that. It won't hurt it. But because you can flip them over. Here we go. This one's better. But this one goes this direction because sometimes the fold is going to be on the left and sometimes it's going to be on the right. This one's on the left. Then we're going to take our 2 cloud cover and I want you to arrange them so that they are one right on top of another. And we're going to glue these together. And this is the same setup for all 8 of the letters. We're going to be gluing the 2 pieces together, and then they will sit inside of the other. Now, what I want you to do, if you're using green cap glue, get your glue all the way down to that tip right here, because the glue actually provides some stability. Okay. It provides a little cement in there, not to hold it together, but it also gives it some rigidity. So glue those together. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some glue down in here so that that will stick together. Then I'm going to put glue across the top here. Keep it all on the inside. Got to do some on this side as well. Just cover that whole thing. And you're going to stick your 2 blue pieces that are now glued together. They're going to go into your card base right up. And you're just going to line that up so that you have just kind of an old-fashioned garland banner piece. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you didn't glue the bottom of it, right?
Yeah, everything's glued together.
Okay.
I've
But I mean that the tip is glued.
Yep, it is. Because again, that's going to provide a little bit of stability because these now are kind of, hanging out here. When you go to store it, it'll just give it a little bit of, it'll just help it protect it just a little bit. I mean, aside from putting something else in there. And I got glue on the back here and I have no adhesive remover. So this is going to be number 1. Now, let me ask, would you rather just do number 1 and do the whole thing on number 1, design it and everything and move to the next one? Or do we want to prep all of our bases?
I'd like to prep the bases myself.
Me too. Because
Okay.
I got a problem with the one, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, and then the other thing is if we decide that we actually maybe want to switch the order around, it allows us to change the order if we want to. Okay, so here was the first one. I'm going to set that aside. Our next one, grab yourself a toile. Okay. And this one, our toile is going to fold. We're going to fold and have our fold on the right side this time. So there's our toile piece. And we're going to take 2 of the bases of the white. So you need to make sure that you have 2. So here's a white. Okay. And here's the bottom half. No, wait, sorry. Make sure you have them the same. So if this was, then this. Hold on, mine got messed up. These 2 went together. You just need to make sure so that you have back to back is going to work for you.
Was this a regular piece of white? Not the linen stuff.
Nope, it's this stuff. Why
It's
is
the linen stuff, right?
right? How is this one not working, you guys? How can that be? How can I have two working and one not working? Oh,
Just like how I cut that one wrong and have no clue.
okay, I got it. I got it. I'm fine. I was losing my mind there for a second. Okay, you're going to take your two whites and you're going to glue them together. So this is just to be aware of. You want the linen showing on both sides. That's what I was getting myself all flustered. So we're going to glue these together. And then these will tuck in just the way the others did. Our first page. So we've got toile and linen. So that's what we'll call this one. We'll call this one linen, plaid, and toile.
And that was one of the linens from the card base, correct?
Correct. All of these are from the card bases.
Okay.
And then we'll insert this and do the same thing. So you're going to need glue on both sides because you've got that paper coming in there. Take it down to the tip to provide enough stability. So this will just close inside. Pretty. I like it. So we have something
I
that
do too.
that when you put them together. But I think by doing this, rather than just having one layer of paper, this is giving it just a little bit more body, a little more heft. So that's going to provide actual stability, but visual weight as well. All right. Let me know when you have that one. And I will pull the pieces out for the next one.
Done.
So these are the next ones you're going to want. So this next one, it doesn't really matter how you put it together. We can turn it back and forth. So we're going to fold the card base in half, give it a good burnish. So you should be doing this to the linen, to the white linen. And then you have two of the plaid. So we'll glue these two together. Okay, so you have plaid on both sides. All right, I'm going to glue this one together if you're okay with that, folks.
Big point. On that fountain. That's
Okay.
doesn't translate. Handles the side. I'll probably fix
So we have,
Now, what was the color on that one?
so this one is the white plaid is folded.
Yeah,
Then I'm sorry, it's the white linen. I said that wrong.
okay.
Kind of hard to see that. And then it's the two pieces of plaid. So we're always going to have one that's folded and one that is glued together, two pieces glued together. And I don't quite understand why his thing is lagging.
What his wife said.
Okay, so far we have GRA. Or we may be mixing them up, but pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, are we ready? Get my notes out. I will get the pieces out for our next fold here. We're going to be using a toile and the pecan pie solid cardstock. Okay, rather this. I'm just going to kind of hang them out here for a minute to let you catch up. I'm going to fold my toile in half. This one, the fold is going to be on the right side. You'll glue your two pecan pie together, and then they will set inside like so. So, about this bad cutting blade. Okay.
Okay, this one, the 12's on the right side.
Yep.
And it's the darker, no, the tan.
This is pecan pie.
Okay, yeah, pecan pie. Oh, the darker. Okay, we do have a crumb cake and,
You're correct.
okay, all right.
So you have a crumb cake, a timid tiger, cloud cover we've already used, and then this is pecan pie. Okay, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can assemble it and we can flip it around. So I'm just letting you know that's what my plan is that it's going to be on the right side, but it can easily flip-flop. It's mix and it's a Garanimals kind of thing, you know, you can mix and match it. Garanimals. Shopping at Mervin's. As a kid. Got glue all over my fingers. It's okay, Ruby. Ruby, here's one of your dogs. Yeah, it's okay.
My neighbor next door to me has 10 dogs. And let me tell you, when a fire engine goes by, you think the barking would never stop.
10. I
Yep.
know what it's like. I've had 12.
Oh my lordy lordy. Full grown or mom and puppies?
Yeah, well, five adult and then 7 puppies. And that was a house full, let me tell you. Okay, so this is this Zoom is like lagging
Wow.
Oh,
because I've already put this out. My internet connection is unstable. Lovely. That's not good. It's not usually unstable. Okay, so this is kind of how we're coming together so far. I think it's pretty. Wait, is this one? No, it goes this way. So, you know, we may end up flipping that one. I don't know. We'll see. It's all whatever you want it to be. Okay, next one is going to be a plaid fold and 2 of the white linen.
So where in the world are you right now?
San Jose,
Oh my goodness, you're in California?
born and raised
Oh, beautiful there.
in this house.
Wow.
So, of course,
She's home to mom and dad's.
it's totally different than when, I mean, it's all been redone from when I was a kid. The room that I'm in right now was the family room, and it was bright pink and orange
Oh my Lord.
and white rattan. Now it's, the dining room. All right, so we're going to fold the plaid in half. And we're going to glue our whites together. Oops, these aren't the right ones. Got to get the right ones. There we go.
Is my video lagging?
It says it's the internet connection.
Let me.
Don't change it now. We're on.
Well, no, I could go to 5G and then doesn't matter what.
Yeah, what it does is it'll all of a sudden stop. I'm like, well, I've totally moved on, and the picture's still something else. So, but yeah, no, we'll just keep it going. Maybe a little if we end up taking a break. When have we ever taken a break?
That's true.
Okay. Got my 2 linen glued together. And now I'll slip them inside of my plaid. And we'll glue this one. Okay, so this one is actually the E, so G-R-A-T, this is E. Put that under my stack. I'm going to pull the pieces out for the next one. This will be our next one.
Is this one on the right? This time?
Yes. Yeah, I was now that I had that, you're my cue. Okay, yeah, so this one's going to be on the right. That a good fold. And then glue your timid tiger together. I want to know what tiger is timid.
Tony.
Okay,
Actually, he's very outgoing.
he's great. Rose, I'm glad you get me. Anybody eat Frosted Flakes as a kid? There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite was Rice Krispies. with banana.
Okay. I liked tricks as a kid.
My mom wouldn't let us eat any of that.
I like Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, well, tricks was about it. And that was, you know, usually it was, remember Kicks? And then my dad would put the sugar on, and it was very,
Yeah.
very limited. Okay.
Tricks and the Cocoa Puffs. I think that the fun part was when the cereal was gone, was drinking the milk.
Yeah. Okay. The thing has stalled again. Why wouldn't he put it on 5G to begin with? Okay. So here is, this one is the F. I'm just going to put it there. It's on the bottom of my stack. We have two more, and it looks like we cut one card we didn't need to cut, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, our next
Tell
one.
me it can be that. Okay, to see that's the one that I cut wrong. So
Maybe. All right, so this next one is going to
I'm
be.
thinking I'm gonna.
I did too, but you can glue it onto your.
Well, the cool thing is you can do kind of a reverse card. We'll make some.
Not the way mine's cut. I wish you could see how mine is, and you would see that I can't fix it.
All right.
Hang on. Maybe if I cut it apart, I would have to cut it apart and glue it, not have to fold.
Yeah, you could do that.
Would that work, Liz?
Totally. It will totally work. It will totally work.
Place I have.
This thing, is this lagging for you guys? Is this lagging for you guys?
No,
it's just
I hear an
fine.
echo, kind of. Oh, now I do hear an echo.
All right, we're gonna do. We've got something going here. Michael, you got a problem. I'm gonna remove the spotlight. Can you sign this back in? And just disconnect, because we're getting 3 times. Just disconnect, because we're getting the 3 times with the next. All right. So these next ones, I'm just gonna spotlight this right here. My screen here. All right. Yeah, I hit something trying to fix it. Okay. So the next one, you're going to take a toile, and we need 2 of the plaid. So our toile is going to fold and be on the left side, and then the plaid will glue together. Okay, so you're going to glue them together and slip them inside, and they will be on the right. It doesn't really matter because, like I say, you can flip it over.
okay. So,
I don't usually have a bad connection here.
weird.
I mean, there would be no business for a bad connection in Silicon Valley, right?
Right? That'd be terrible.
No kidding. Okay, so glue it together. We'll get it flipped the right direction, or then again, we may flip it back. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so I'm just doing what I've been doing. Popping that inside. I wonder if he's going to remember what the number is. to jump back on. Oh, he did. So there's that. This was you. And then we have the last one. We're going to use the last of our plaid and our crumb cake pieces. So give it a good burnish with your bone folder. Do you want me to put it in?
Not number. But
Oh, you were on and then it popped out. 901 5.
there.
So sorry, 901 771 5257.
It was on 5G. Did you turn it to 5G?
No, it kept going out. So I'm just gluing still, folks.
So I wonder if I should go to.
Sounds like it's raining pretty good here. Terry, is it raining in Chular?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask
I
you.
can see
That
on
might
your
be
back
causing a
porch.
problem.
I can see behind you on your back porch.
Yeah.
It's ink spots, right?
All caps, yeah.
They made some good recordings.
Okay. Doing the inside of my glue here. Last one.
So are we not using the folded linen one?
Probably not, unless we decide that we want to switch something around.
Because I'm confused.
Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, we didn't need the linen one, but that's okay. Because you can still make a cool card with it. But we may end up, if you end up wanting to maybe switch something out, you'll be able to. But yeah, I could see doing a cool card, putting these together. So I'll come up with something with our scraps if we don't use them. Put some bonus projects up. Speaking of bonus projects, there's a major bonus project that we're gonna be able to do with our leftovers here. Okay, here comes the shaking of the
Bacon.
yeah. So I'm gonna put that last one. Did it flip funny again?
California, you're in California. It's an earthquake.
Yeah, been in enough of those.
Yeah. Don't jinx us, Rose.
Although if it's a little one, that's okay. Let out that energy.
Better out than in, says Shrek.
That's right. Pick me, pick me.
Did it again? It's upside down.
Irritating you.
Is it upside down?
No.
Whoops, I didn't want to add a spotlight. I wanted to replace.
Can't read that pen.
It's upside down.
It's upside down. No, we'll just do this. Get ready or shut your eyes for right now. Do, 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 do. This is how we fixed it last time.
Yep.
Ah, now I'm putting the stand where I'm used to having it. Thank you very much. Note to self, don't leave your phone at home. I thought, oh man, I've left my charger at home. Oh, well, they got chargers there, no problem. And then got halfway and went, I left my phone too. All right. So see, it's still lagging.
I don't think I've ever left.
Now we're in time, but okay.
Well, if you want, I could try to put it to Wi-Fi because it's right now it's on 5G.
All right, just I'll not touch it. We're gonna hope for the best. Okay, so this next step may take a little bit. Well, it won't, but what I want you to do you're going to need to do some hole punching unless you have a crocodile that will go through a lot of layers. But what I want to do is just kind of make a plan of where you want your hole. Well, let me backtrack one step because then that will kind of tell us where our hole is going to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pieces of your envelope strips and we're going to glue them together so that you're making kind of one long strip. So just glue that together, just overlap by like a half an inch or less. Okay, my glue is all coming out. So where are my strips here? I'm just going to do a couple of them so you can kind of see what's going on. Make sure it doesn't, obviously you're not going to match the pattern, but make sure, because it is directional, make sure they are all facing up. If you know what I mean.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What were the last two colors on the banners?
The last two are, that's a great question. It is plaid and crumb cake.
Plaid and crumb cake. Okay.
Yeah, and I have the plaid fold on the left, I mean on the right now, but that's subject to change.
Okay.
It's a little funny. Okay, so you've got these, let's just kind of make these strips. We'll get them ready. We're going to be trimming these down. They're not going to be quite this long.
Oh, I ran out of plaid. I don't know why.
How did you run out of plaid?
I don't know.
Because you should have actually two leftover plaid. You should have two pieces left over. Did you cut both of your all three of your plaids?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah. So what we didn't need was to cut this one, which is a bummer because that's a great card base, but oh well. I love the reindeer in the autumn, the autumn toile sweet collection. The reindeer die, or the deer die. It's not a reindeer. That one.
Okay, so you said these are not going to match. Don't panic. Just glue
No,
them.
there's no way they're going to match. Just make them go upright.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you like your trees and stuff. Okay.
Well, and you'll get these deer. That's really what you'll.
So are you just gluing the tip of it?
Yep. I'm just overlapping like 3/8, half inch. It doesn't matter because we're
Okay.
trimming some of this off.
Okay, so it's longer than we need.
Oh yeah, it's plenty long.
Okay.
Be and this touch that we're adding here, we have enough to do all of them, and I'm prepping to do all, but you know, I may decide to do every other letter with this little, we're going to do kind of like a crinkly ruffle at the top of our banner. Like kind of a paper ribbon. You can kind of see this one is started. Of course, I've unfolded it, but I have one more to do.
Well, I lost it, I guess.
So then, you know, so you've lost a whole plaid section.
Yeah, so I can just use one of these that are left over
Yeah.
and glue them.
Yeah. So the thing is you'll have white on white, but do the white and then just grab yourself a piece of like early espresso paper and do a quarter sheet.
Yeah, no problem.
Did you make a card already with it?
No, I haven't even opened it yet. I don't know what the heck happened to it.
With little pieces, I always find them on my forearms. I'm like,
I'll
that's,
probably find it tomorrow. Something.
yep, I hear you.
Jeez.
I know what you mean, Vern. Okay, I have one that is really wonky big, so I'm gonna trim mine down just a skosh here.
Which way was that one, the plaid facing? Was it facing left or right?
It was on the left side. I'm
Oh.
sorry, it's on the right side.
Okay.
If you use the white, you'll be okay. We haven't used white for a while. If you use the linen white
Mm-hmm.
and then put the crumb cake in it, that'll be fine. You don't even need to get the other.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, because I debated whether I was going to do that or the other. It's kind of rough, but it's okay. Call it texture. Okay, so now what we're going to do with these, I'm going to take just one of them. And I've already done this end, but what I like to do, I'll do this end, is I'm just going to, you can use your bone folder, but I don't have a bone folder here. So I'm just using my fingernails just to soften this envelope paper a little bit. See how it's just starting to curl? But now it'll make it easier for me to kind of, I'm just kind of gathering it in my fingers. Okay. And that I've already done. Just gather right over your little seam there. No one's ever going to notice. Okay. We've just kind of got like a little ruffly paper ribbon here. So you've got your little ruffly ribbon, and you might want to open it up. You know, we don't really need that much. But then we're going to take our first piece, and you can use as much or as little of this as you want. But this is just going to kind of glue across the top. But the one last thing that I want to do to this, and you might want to open it up to do this next part, is then fold it in half with the pattern on the inside. We're just adding even a little bit more dimension here. Okay. And then you can kind of just get those crinkles back in. You're just really kind of distressing the paper so that it will be nice and supple for you to kind of design and create a sweet little ruffle across the top. But the reason you want that fold line in there is because see how it's kind of going to kind of come up? That's what's going to kind of glue down. So we're going to do a bead of glue across this. Okay. So that's going to kind of come across and this is where tear and tape would really, or Seal Plus would come in handy. I'm going to have to, I don't have any of that handy, but the reason.
So if we have tear and tape, you would say use it?
Yes, you are going to use it. But the other thing is if you have a crocodile, you're good to go. If you don't have a crocodile, take a hole punch. And so here's my, here is my, where that fold is. You want your hole to be in this horizontal fold here. Okay. So let's say, I'm just going to come in a little ways on this. I'm going to come in like a half an inch. Okay. And so as I put that down, I can take a marker. Oh, that's a stylus. I'm just going to use this here for now. And I'm just going to kind of put a mark. I've just kind of put a dot right there. If you have a crocodile, you can punch through all of them at the same time. But I don't have a crocodile here. Well, I do somewhere. But I'm just going to at least get my hole in there for now. And this hole punch is not big enough, but it's all I could find. So you're going to want this one's an 1/8 inch. Go ahead and move up to the 1/4, or take your 1/8 inch and just take a second little bite out of it so that it's just a little bit bigger. And by the time you get ribbon through and this on, it's not even going to show. So you'll be fine if it's, a little cattywampus. Anyhow, you're going to put your tear and tape on. That's another thing is, getting through the tear and tape. So that's why it's a little tricky. But same thing, let's figure out where that other hole, I'm just going to kind of fold this in half. That's another way you can kind of find it. And I'm just going to kind of come in. It's right about where you can feel that inner one. You kind of can see it's going to go. So if this angle is continued to draw up, that's where you want that hole. It doesn't have to be there exactly. Just be consistent from piece to piece. But if I could find her crocodile, I wouldn't have to do it now. I could do it all at the same time because crocodile would go through all of the layers and all of the ruffle and your tape, right? But so now what you want to do is just be consistent. And this is where having some tape would really be helpful because you can kind of lay it down in sections. But, just decide how much of this you want to use. I'm actually going to kind of crinkle it even more. Train it, so to say. I'm going to run a bead of glue kind of across this line right in there, right there. And this is where my paper is going to stick down. Is this making sense?
Yes, and I'm so glad I have a crocodile and tape.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to put this end on. And I'm just going to kind of crinkle this in. And
Are you going to use all of it?
No.
Okay.
One half wasn't enough.
Okay.
So you have plenty to work with. And it really is easier if you have tear and tape. But I'm doing okay.
This is the pecan pie one, right?
It is a pecan pie.
Okay. It's funny because the lighting makes it look gold. And I'm like, no, we don't have a gold thing. Okay.
We don't have a gold. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because all of these colors, it's a Garanimals thing. They all kind of mix and match. But basically what I'm trying to do here, folks, is glue down the middle section. I'm not gluing the whole ruffle down, okay? And I'm just kind of manipulating it and sculpting it. And I'm using my fingernails so that just that center is glued down so that this kind of picks up. You can pick it up a little bit. Let me show you kind of, see how it kind of, I'm just really working this kind of center section. But to me, this is one of those touches that takes it up a notch. And so look how much I didn't use. So I'm just going to kind of be consistent and have a similar look with each ruffle. Okay. And I'm going to wait for my glue to dry before I come in here and punch this other end hole. But I can trim this off. I can do that.
I don't know if I can.
Okay, there's my first one. And I come in here, get this other hole punched. Okay, I'm good to go. Seven more to do. But I think what I'm going to do for now is hold off on doing the rest of them. We'll do one at a time. Because I'm looking forward to doing some design work here. Now comes the fun part, putting this piece, bringing it to life. And so this first one, we're going to use the tree. So you're going to need this piece from your kit. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut the tree out. So I'm going to use my paper trimmer. And I'm actually going to turn this around. I'm going to put the tree trunk so that it's right in the groove line of my trimmer here. And I'm going to maintain the frame. I don't want to break the frame because I can use that for another card. So rather than just cutting it off, I'm going to save it. Now, if you don't want to save it, then just chop it off. But I'm going to come in here and bring my trimmer. And I'm just going to cut like, so now I've just got a slit in here. Does that make sense? And then I'll work my scissors in here and snip this other part away. You could use your trimmer, but it's just a little bit easier. So I'm just removing the tree, and then you can use this for a project, another project. Okay. I'm prepping some items here. Hopefully you can see them. I have pulled the little leaves off of my stamp set. Kayleen, this is something you'll be able to come back in and do. You'll be able to
Yeah,
come back in and get this stamped. You'll be fine.
yeah, I figured this part would be not as bad. Unless you were stamping on the flags, then I'd be okay.
I am stamping on the flags,
All
but
right,
you'll,
well,
you'll be able to get to it. You'll also be able to just kind of lift that off.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to get it. Okay, so let's look at all the stuff we have here. So I have the G, one of my circles.
Hmm.
And now that we're doing closer up work, I'm gonna roll this down. Sorry, shaking. I should have warned you. Shaking happening.
Earthquake.
Yeah. Not. Okay, a little closer so you can see a little more of the fine detail. So take your 3 leaves, and we're just going to make our own custom image here. And just add them to the block however you like. And I am going to bring my scratch paper back in so I can stamp it and see what it looks like. I'm using a pumpkin pie ink pad. You can use a full-size pad, that's okay. If I had cloud cover here, we would use cloud cover for this, which would be pretty, but this will also be pretty. But I just want to see how that's looking. I like that. It looks like a cool little image there. So just add your leaves together. We're gonna stamp this stamped off. Okay. I don't want it too like in your face. But there's just a little bit of some leaf action there. And just stamp it a couple times. Stamp it off. Now, I'm going to rotate it so it's not stamped the same way. There's one there. I'm going to kind of lay these in here. And I'm going to do one more in there. It's not totally going to show, but we'll give it a little action. And then we'll just kind of, just like that. So just a little bit of stamping. It's just going to give us a little texture. Speaking of texture, I'm going to make sure my G is out of the way here for right now. And I am going to bring in and, give it whatever color you want, but I am gonna do a little bit of just a little, we'll just knock a little splatter on here. So that was pumpkin pie. And I'll add a little Cajun craze. So my mixes are going to be different every time. It's just, I have these 4 blends out and I'm just going to do a mix of those each time. No rhyme or reason, whatever you grab. It's just to soften that cardstock and give it that natural speck and fleck. And now the pieces that are going to go on for the letter G, we're going to put the tree on and the circle and then the letter G. So I'm going to add these with dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead, give myself some minis here. So I have both sizes. I'm going to turn the tree over. This is why I want some minis, because there's some smaller areas in there. So just go ahead and add dimensionals to your tree. As many as you want. How are you guys doing? Are you with me? Am I going too fast?
I'm with you.
Awesome.
What? Can you tell me? I'm going to work on the next ruffle. What color is the next ruffle?
It doesn't matter. It'll probably be, I'm just looking at what the next, probably like the Cajun craze. Yeah, we'll do Cajun. Okay. So I'm going to remove all my backings here. Fingers are sticky. One more right there. And the tree is going to go right along this left edge here. And you're going to have to tuck it up under your ruffle a little bit. That's okay. So there's your tree. Don't stick this down too tight because we're going to be tucking our circle under there. The circle is going to glue, but notice where it's going to sit. It's going to kind of come under here a little bit.
There you go.
So you don't want to put glue right there. Okay. So if you want to just kind of put your thumb in there and then kind of do this action, you should be okay. And lift that up. Tuck that in there. And so it doesn't really matter exactly where you put this circle. Brother. Twist it. I let the glue show. I didn't twist it the right way. Anyhow, you're just going to want to be consistent with it. You know, how far down you hang it. That's going to be my biggest thing. Now, your letter here is going to go on with dimensionals, but you see part of your letter is on the tree, and so you won't need dimensionals there.
Oh, I like that. With the tree showing the leaves.
Yeah.
So
That's
how far
intended.
did you take the dimensionals out on the tree then?
They're all the way out to here. There's not one right there, but you know what?
Oh, not on that last grouping. Okay.
This one right here, I feel like I need to put one there because I didn't do one there. So I am going to just go ahead and grab one of my halvesies here. Let me take those lids off. And I'm going to put one in there. Because my letter is going to sit on top of that and I want the letter to sit level. Ta-da, all fixed. So now I can see here with those little bit of leaves showing, I'm going to need it on this side and up on the top. So I'm just going to do full size right in there. Keep it nice and same thing. I'm going to do one there. I'm going to do one up here and I'm going to do another one there. Just because, you know, if it were a card, I wouldn't do that many, but because this is something that's a more, you know, it's a piece that will be out and you'll use hopefully over a, you know, a couple of years worth. But so I'm going to add a little glue. Come on, focus. I'm just, sorry, you can't see it. And now I am going to add my letter, and my letter is higher than the circle. Okay, it's sitting a little higher, which I kind of like, that it's a little bit bigger. But there is the letter G. G. Grateful. G is done. All right, I'm going to set G to the side. Well, I'll set it right here so you guys can see it.
Were the letters in the kit?
Yeah, they're in your add-on kit. They're in a little bag inside the brown bag.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing in there is you have linen thread, you have basic beige ribbon, you have
Yeah.
bark wire, and 3 acorns. It's in
Okay.
that bag, Claire.
I see it.
Cool. So since I just mentioned bark wire, we are not using the bark wire nor the acorns on this project. But you're going to have so many leaves because you have all of these leaves. You're going to have so many of these left over, you're going to be able to make a little miniature wreath. So that will be a bonus project for you. Okay, so for the letter R, I am going to decorate the R. I'm not going to worry so much about my ruffle here because some of this stuff is going to be homework. Because I want to get all the letters and the panels done so that, and I'm going to show you how to put some things together. If we sit here and do all of this through each one, we're going to be here until seriously like 3 o'clock. So we're going to design the letters, then we can do some of this and assemble, and then you can have a little bit of homework. All right, for this letter, you're going to need one of your circles, one of the ribbons from the kit, and the letter R, as in Reggie. There's R. You are also going to need 2 of the metallic leaves from your kit. And this is kind of a light crumb cake color. It's from your big bag of leaves. So a light crumb cake. And for now, we're going to dimensional the letter R. And you can do the whole thing on this one. I'm going to do one more right there.
This one. This one. And this one.
I feel like I need to set up my 8-foot plastic table for this class. I could lay it all out.
Well, yeah, I probably will. I can't do it here because I'm at the end of the dining room table and not the middle. But yeah, we'll be able to move this off to the side. So
So is that one leaf, okay, is it like a cream color?
yeah, it's kind of a no, it's kind of a lightened crumb cake.
Oh, is it one of the ones in the package, not the one not the,
Yeah,
you punch it out?
I've already punched it for you.
So it's not the one on the piece of card stock.
No, this is crumb cake.
This one. Yes.
So look for your crumb cake stash.
How do the lines go on it?
However you want. So in other words, do you want the vein up or down? Is that what you're wondering?
Oh, I just have two, and one of them looks more creamy than the other.
You actually have 4 leaves in this color. You'll have maple, a medium, and 2 small.
I'm having a hard time.
Thank you. Oh,
What?
Just a second.
that was
No, I need to find it.
So everybody pop your head up for just a second. Let me explain this pack of stuff. So in all of these color families, let me pull out one more leaf. Oh, I see you. There is an ivory color. Okay. So in your stash here,
That's what I'm getting mixed up too, is the ivory.
okay, this is crumb cake. I know it's hard to see, but it is crumb cake. Promise you. Because see, here's the ivory. You see the difference?
yeah. But see,
Okay.
we've got this one that's still cream.
What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about the mulberry paper one?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
put that one away.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So you're exactly right. There are some mulberry that
Okay.
are creamy and then in kind of a lightish brown, darkish brown, kind of a gray color. These are just regular cardstock with a little embossing on them. But so in this color, you're going to have 4 leaves. You're going to have 2 small leaves. And this is going to be true for the Cajun craze and for the old olive and the light old olive. You're going to have 2 small and you're going to have a maple leaf. Now, rotating back and forth, there are not, when these come as a sheet, there are 2 of the maple leaves and there's 2 of these 2 on each piece. But there's only 1 oak leaf and 1 whatever this leaf is. So I switched back and forth. So I'm calling this maple, small, and large. And so you just go back and forth. All right. It won't matter. You have so many extra leaves, it's not going to matter. But for right now, I'm using a crumb cake. And you guys, you could even use the mulberry one if you want. That would be really pretty. But I'm using this crumb cake small. And you can see there's an embossed vein on it. You can do it back or forward, but give it just a little character. Okay, and let's put this one together. And so to put this together, we're going to have our ribbon. We're going to fold our ribbon and our leaf, and it's going to kind of come like so. Don't glue it down just yet because we want to be kind of consistent. We may have to turn it. And then we have our other 2 leaves. So everything's kind of going to, and then our letter. will come on like so. All right. So we just have to find the right mix of what we want here. You know, do we want one leaf going there and these two up in here? But these are the elements we're going to kind of play with on this page. So I'm going to fold this over for sure.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah.
On these two crumb cake, there's one that's like a scalloped edge and then a smaller one that's, and we're using the scalloped. Okay, not the smaller
It doesn't matter.
smooth edge.
It doesn't matter. Just use the smaller one, not the big maple.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all it's all good. It can be whatever you want. And so we're going to do an arrangement something like this. You know, I mean, do we want these kind of coming and playing into here?
Did you cut your ribbon in half or no?
I folded it in half. That is a super great question. All right. I think, having played with this a little bit, I think I'm going to do ribbon, leaf. Okay. And then these are going to kind of come this other side. So I'm going to do something like that. So the first thing I'm going to put down is my ribbon. I don't have any tear and tape here, so this is going to be funky with glue. But this is one of those make it work moments. Okay, so there's my ribbon. I'm going to add my leaf in there. I think I need to rotate just a skosh. That's what's great about the glue. I can move it a little bit. There's that. And then we're here. Yeah, that's what we're going for. And then again, have your other letter handy so that you can kind of see where this is going to go. And remember, we have a ruffle across the top. You have that ruffle in there. Okay, so I'm ready. I think I'm going to bring this down just a little bit, but I can see that I'm going to glue the stem in this side because the other is going to kind of hang over. Oh, it's got to hang over. Okay. And this is going to slip in there. There. And then we have the leaves.
Okay.
Pretty. I like it. Okay, so I am going to glue my circle. This time I have more that I can glue it on, but do be aware because you don't want your glue to show. But I'm going to bring this letter in so I can see exactly, get it centered. Okay, so this is popping up a little bit, which allows me to get my leaves in there. And these are going to get probably a little dimensional action on them on the one end. Yeah. So you've seen me do it a lot. We're going to glue the leaf end, but I'm going to put just a little bit of a dimensional right there on the tip so that the leaf will have a little bit of relief to it. So I'm going to do this. There's just some dimensional there and a little glue here. That's a lot of glue, so I'm going to go ahead and share. And so I'm going to tuck these in like so. And this one's going to get this other little dimensional that I've cut. Oh, man, I just got glue on my ribbon. I did not want to do that. Oh, that sounded like a big cutter.
No, it's my happy chopper.
Really? It sounded like
I went through a heavier piece of cardstock.
nice. Hey, it helps if the dimensionals don't have the backings on them. to stick it down. Okay, so there's my leaves. So I'm fine with that. Maybe I'll move it down just a skosh. That one down just a skosh. Okay. And then I'm going to put my letter R on. And I can see I'm going to need a little glue in here. So that's kind of going through some thickness right there, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of hold it for a minute. Or two. Okay, putting the R down. And if you need that other one in for reference. Oh, I love it. Texture to that. All right. And so now definitely I would have this one, we'll get that ruffle action, but I'm going to do this at a later time. But I'm just going to start training this. Okay. And then fold it in half. How is everybody doing? Do they have G assembled? And do you have R, at least the decor for the letter R? Maybe not the ruffle, but do you have the decor on R done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so when this comes in here, that's going to look really good. Kind of finishes it off. All right, I'm going to move G out and I'm going to put R to the side for my reference of size. And then we're going to, we want the white with the plaid, and you need a circle and the letter A. And we'll do the orange on top of this one. And decor wise, you're going to need one of the leaves. And these leaves actually come kind of two ways. They're the same, but they're different color wise. So it doesn't really matter. Just pick one. So I'm going to kind of soften my paper here. Let me know when you guys are ready to do the actual letter decor. It's pretty easy. I've already kind of got it spelled out for you. I'm going to try folding in half first this time. See if it makes a difference. Probably not.
Man, your way.
Kind of got that ready. That ruffle going across. Oh, nice. I know. I know what this. Look, my dad found another hole punch. This is even better. This one's a slot punch. I'm going to use that from now on. Okay. Are you ready for letter A?
I like his words, not like you did it. No.
No, stop.
Okay. I'm going to do some splattering on the A, and I'm going to use Timid Tiger
No, stop.
on this one.
Or TikTok serum or a dermatologist.
Jeez, please.
It's not cooperating with you.
No.
Okay, so get some orangish splatter going in here. Oh, now it goes. Lots of splatter on that one. And we're going to glue. Same drill. Let's go ahead and, but this time we're going to kind of have stuff coming off the other side. Or we could even do it off. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Decide where you want it to go. I think I'm going to do it like that this time. We're going to kind of bring it around. And I feel like this leaf needs some splatter. It needs some texture, but I'll have to cover up my letter. Okay, so let's, I'm going to put dimensionals on the tips of the leaves, and we'll glue down the bottom or the center part. We'll go under the letter.
Steve?
What?
Okay, so dimensional there. There. That. And one more. There's that. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hold on to this for a second to see where this is going to go. I think I'm going to do something like that. And then my circle will come in there. So put your thumb in the center. Put glue on. Okay. There's that. And your letter A, you can put dimensionals because it's not cantilevering over anything. It's not being doubled up. You go ahead and add your dimensionals to your A. I'm going to add a couple more there. On this side. Right here. All right. And then use your R for reference. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually write the letter on the back of this, that this is R, is on the Cajun Craze. And I'm going to put an A on this pumpkin pie. That way, when I go to put them on, I know which one is going to go where. Looking good. All right. This leaf needs some oomph. So I'm going to add some oomph to my leaf here. If you want to, but I'm going to cover that letter because I don't want to get stuff on it. Okay. Just a little bit of splatter there made all the difference. Just gave this one a little life, a little bit of funkiness to it. Okay.
We'll need some funky when we're going to Funky Town.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to move GR out of the way. I'm going to put A right here. So I have it as my reference. Somebody's here. Your doorbell. Okay. All right. So had to come see what's happening. All right. All right. We are on. Yeah. Shut her out. She's loud. Okay. So we are on T. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the one thing you forgot.
We are on letter T.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's knocking at the door in there.
Yeah. That's
Okay, for this one, our decor is going to be the pumpkins. We're going to be using the pumpkins. And we're going to use some stamping here. We're going to use that pecan pie. But this time we're going to use the bird image. Okay. And I can't tell which way these go. So I'm gonna have to stamp it because you don't want upside down birds.
It's just
Nope. I'm about to hit mute for you guys. Okay, so the bird image, yeah, stamp it a few times so that you have them going the right way. Be familiar with them. Okay. We have our pumpkins. And we're going to pull out another leaf. This time, let's pull out a blue leaf. So you need to kind of look through your stuff. You need a blue leaf. So find them. They're in there somewhere. But bring out one of the smaller ones. You don't want one that's too big. Oh my gosh, shut up.
which one is this one?
Okay, I'm going to pull out all of my blue leaves right now. Just to see which one we're going to like the best with our show here. Sorry, you guys. The guy's voice was loud. Okay, so we have our pumpkins. I think I actually this may be too big, but it's kind of fun at the same time. And then we need a color up top. We don't want to use the, well, it could be pretty, but I don't think I want to use the pecan there. So let's do a Cajun. So we've got some Cajun. We've got a leaf and a pumpkin and the letter T. Plus we're going to stamp just a few birds on our pecan pie side. Does that make sense? All right, so I'm going to try some of these other leaves just to see which one I'm going to use. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes here. Okay, it's a blue leaf, and I'm just trying to decide what direction we want this to go. I'm going to keep it kind of simple. Okay. Do we want a second? You decide. You have plenty of leaves. You don't need to use two. You can do whatever you'd like. But decor wise, this is what we're using from the kit are the pumpkins for this one. So let's go ahead and stamp some birds on here, making sure you have them going the right way. So they should be flying west, or sorry, right. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this. And I'm stamping in full strength this time. And then we'll do one more. Let's see here. Let's do them kind of, we'll kind of pull them off a little bit right in there. So you've just got some bird action. And then give your leaf a little curl. And let's do this, folks. Just make sure your T is out of the way, that it's not going to get splattered. But let's go ahead and splatter this side. I'm going to use the brown this time. Maybe this is a harder. Oh yeah, that's better for splattering. What I've been using isn't hard enough. Okay, so there's a little of the brown, and I'm going to do a little bit of pecan on here. And even some Stella. We haven't been doing that, but let's go ahead and get some Stella action in here. And I'm even going to paint my pumpkins with some Wink of Stella. Just kind of follow the ribs of the pumpkin. Okay. So this one on the top here, I'm going to go ahead and put that this is the letter T. Just so I know. I'm going to soften this just a little bit, and then I'll gather it. I'm not going to put it on, but I'm going to gather it just so I can get the feel of everything. You know what I mean?
Dean.
Ah, you know what I mean, Dean. Vern. Vern was the goofy guy on the commercials a while back. Okay, so fold it in half, kind of distress it, crinkle it, and then I think it's almost easier to get a fun little gather in your fingers. Okay. I like Cajun and blue together. I think it's kind of pretty. Okay, so it'll give us an idea of what's up there. Then we've got our leaf action going here. I might trim the tail off so you don't see it. Here's the letter T, and then we have our pumpkins. So we just need to decide what direction our leaf is going to go. That way. Across, or my original, my gut. I'm going to take the stem off. To kind of bring it this direction. And then our pumpkins are kind of over here. I think that's what I'm going to go for, folks. As I always say, you do you. I'm going to glue this down. I'm not going to glue the end because I want it to kind of have some natural dimension. How about we do that? And this is always going to glue down, folks, just because we're going to kind of keep it consistent. But be aware of what is going to show behind. Bring in your other letter. You can kind of match up your circles. This has a lot of splatter on it. I love it. Okay, you can do dimensionals on your entire letter T. And part of your pumpkins will have dimensionals. I do too. My brother goes, I love me dimensionals. Hey, they make everything better. When in doubt, pop it out. Okay. Use your former letter for reference. That. Then this is just going to kind of come in and across. So I'm going to do a dimensional here and I'll glue the other end. Terry, is that the cat?
Yeah.
He's not allowed on the couch.
No, he's trying to claw the couch.
Uh-oh.
No claw on the couch.
I keep telling him no.
You think he gets it?
I don't think so. They're stubborn.
Okay, so there's the A and the T. A and T. Okay. Gonna put A, gonna set it
What
aside.
did you stamp on the side?
It's the bird image,
Okay.
a flock of seagulls.
Okay.
Are they seagulls? There were a bunch in the sky just yesterday, making all kinds of noise. So, oh, my T looks a little crooked. Crap. Oh, well, it'll be fine because it'll hang on an angle, right? So, but have your T nearby so that you know what, again, we're going to use it as a reference. And T actually has the Cajun craze across the top, just if you're wondering. Okay, so E, we are on E, folks. And E is going to be plaid and white. We're going to do pecan across the top. And we need our circle. And we need our letter E. Why do you have sunglasses on? Oh. Okay, so I have, this time we're going to use the ribbon again and a bundle of the leaves. I call this the leaves bundle. Okay, and this is going to be a very easy one.
Not very sunny though.
So we're just going to kind of slip that to that side. And our ribbon is also going to kind of just come into there. Might tuck my ribbon in a little higher, or you can trim it. But before we put this together, let's get things splattered here, but that's kind of what we're going for. So you need circle E, a leaf bundle, and a ribbon. Okay, bring in the scratch paper. Let's get this splattered with some color. A little bit more color. Ooh, that was a lot. Some of them are just juicier and they get some better splatter action, if you know what I mean. Dean, Vern. Okay, I'm gonna soften this a bit. Fold it in half lengthwise.
Yeah.
And this letter, I'm going to put the letter on the back here, like I've been doing. This is E. And we'll just distress it. Soften it, and then I'm gonna pleat it. Kind of more of a pleat gather. Okay. So that will be across the top. And let's do these leaves just like we did the other ones. We'll just put dimensionals on the tips and we'll glue the bottom down. Yes.
What was that?
Question? Okay. And I'm going to glue a little bit right in here. Pull these off. All right, so let me take the scratch paper because sometimes that just, for me, it's distracting. All right, that's going there. Let me bring in my other letter for reference on where it's going to go. My leaves are going to kind of come in. Oh, I put glue where I probably shouldn't have. Shoot, queen. Okay, well, we'll go like this. Okay. So they're going to kind of come in here. And then my letter will come. Maybe I want to come down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, be aware of where you're putting your glue. You know the drill by now. Use the letter next to it as a reference for placement.
Yes.
And then letter E. Yeah. It just got glue where I don't want it. There we go. That's going to come in right there. So we'll add some dimensionals behind it. Okay. Getting that back in. Again, add your E. Okay. How you guys doing? Are you with me? Are you way behind?
I'm with you pretty much.
I'm kind of with you.
You know,
I'm gonna wait and put I've waited to put the alphabet letters on till the very end where I can lay them out.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Only because my circles are bigger, so I can fit the majority of my letters. So I'm just gonna kind of make sure that I can make it look good.
Yeah. I mean, you get the idea. There's no
Oh yeah.
wrong. You can kind of just.
And then like you, I'm crinkling these, but I haven't put them on yet because it's just easier.
Well, and it's kind of, it takes a little time. So,
Yep.
you know, you don't want to be too all, you know. That's why I'm kind of leaving them. Okay, Timid Tiger. All right. Dylan thinks that's a funny name, Timid Tiger. So we have the white with the orange here, the timid tiger. Okay, so we have just done for across the top, we are going to use the Cajun Craze. Okay, and this one, oh, I like this one. This one we're going to use the fox. What does the fox say? And we're going to use one of the small circles and the word thankful. So these are all die cuts from the kit, okay? And obviously you're going to need a circle and the F, the fox. Okay. All right, so let's see here. First things first, we can put our circle on. And I think my circles are getting, this one's like way on, this one's really crooked. It's a little to the right. Oh, well, when it hangs, it'll be beautiful. But this one, we can put this one on. So let's kind of eyeball that. We're going to glue the circle first. There's nothing underneath this one. I'm going to come back to my original. My original's a lot higher. They're slowly migrating downward. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. And we're going to do some stamping on this.
Okay, correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, but when it hangs, it's not going to be a straight line anyway.
No, yeah.
It's going to be curved, so I don't know if it matters if one circle's a little or the letters, because it's going to be swaying down, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not, you're right. It's not going to matter. I'm going to peel the birds off and I'm putting the acorns on. And I should have stamped this before, but I forgot. That's okay. I'm going to stamp with pecan pie. Okay, and I've never stamped this image, so I'm going to kind of do it a couple times here. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing we did at the beginning, and that is to stamp off. So it's not quite so strong. I just kind of want it to be a little bit more delicate. But just add some acorns to your orange side. We could even stamp this other side, but we didn't. And we need to do some splattering. I can fit one more right in there. So I'm gonna do one more down. I'm really adding the acorns. There. Okay. And I'm going to direct my splatters to this other, not so much, that's already pretty coated. But just soften that a little or a lot with any of the colors. Okay, dimensionals on the F. And I think for this right here, I need to do a partial dimensional because it's a little narrower. But we definitely want to get that there. Okay. And so we should have what color was E was the pecan. And so this is supposed to be the Cajun. So this is a Cajun color. I'm just going to kind of prep this. Gives you an idea of where it's going to go placement wise. Okay, just Getting this all going. Eating up the leftovers, Dylan.
You want me to take them all?
You can if you want. Absolutely.
It's only a little bit of salsa.
You eat it, man. He's a grown boy. He's only 6'3".
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's old boy. He's 26 years old. Thinks he's old. Okay, so there's kind of an idea of your color wise here. We have the F.
I just got it. F like fox.
Okay, so you're exactly right. That is exactly what I'm gonna put the F on the fox on the F. Okay, I'm gonna put the F down. What the F? So don't be tempted to put that line because it's actually, if you really center the letter, it's over here a little bit, right? Okay. Then the thankful, we're going to kind of tuck that under. And you have a choice if you kind of feel like you want to bring this up over in here, which you could, but I actually kind of want to play this around and do it a little bit more like that, which is a bummer because now I do want to move the F over. Well, that sounded terrible. Move the F over. Okay, so do pick up that so that this circle can kind of come in there. And the circle is just kind of, it's like the fox is in the moon, you know? So he's going to kind of overlap onto the F a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put the thankful on with dimensionals. Okay. Can you guys hear him in the backyard? Looking at all the palm trees and things. Okay, so tuck that, the beginning of that is going to tuck underneath, but you kind of don't want it at the same level because then it's going to look like an E.
I do.
Okay, I'm going to pick this one up to see if I'm actually even straight. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Something kind of like that. But yeah, I'm going to put this one pretty far underneath that. Give this a little glue. And then the fox is going to go on with a couple dimensionals, folks. And it looks like it needs to be chopped. I am just chewing up this sheet of dimensionals. Okay. And while I have this little circle behind, the fox is going to sit a little ahead. So overlap him just a little bit. So I have his body overlapped on the F just a little to bring him forward. Okay. And then we'll have that. Oh, I can't wait till we get to the stringing it part because it's going to get really fun and crazy. And we're getting close. We have 2 letters to go. It's going to get wild in here, folks. Okay, let's see. 2 more letters. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? Okay. That's F for fox. We are on toile and plaid. And you're going to cut your tree out again. We're going to repeat this one. Okay, so mine's already cut out because this is leftovers from another project that I did. But we're going to do the exact same thing. I love a good repetition. And our color story, we're going to put, did I put the letter on this one? I didn't write the letter. This is F. It actually is FU. Sorry, that's F. And this is U. Terry.
Shame on you.
I know. I know. My brother said it. He goes, F you. And I'm like, that's funny because it is what's next. Hey, we've got the circle. We're going to lift underneath again. We're totally, I mean, if you got a good design, why not use it again, right? So here we're going to do the U. So there's our U. Okay. I'm just going to pull L out here while I've got it. And my other circle here. We'll have that set aside, ready to go. Okay, so this is, yeah, aside from you just need a second or two to cut that out from your piece, go ahead and cut that out from the frame. So my Paper Pumpkin Creatives, I used the frame only for that project. I will be posting all of the Paper Pumpkin stuff in the Backstage Pass, the Paper Pumpkin Backstage Pass, the Upstyle Backstage Pass. I'll be posting that a little later today here. That way you have lots more from this kit to see. Okay, so I have folded mine in half. Sorry if I was doing that on the screen. Okay. I'm just gonna, I can go back. Yeah. Let me make it hotter. Okay, so I'm just going to gather these in. Just so you get a feel for what it's going to be. You're all okay with assembling afterwards, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't know where it came from. Taste it. Is it zippy? If it's got a twang. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to assemble this one. And just like we did, I'm actually going to start with the circle because that's the bottom layer. So I'm going to just do kind of that half circle shape there. Sure. Okay, there's that. Then my tree, which means I need a whole bunch of half dimensionals. Just do those all over. Okay, trim that right off. Like, got lots going on here today. Yeah. Although at my house, it gets noisy too. When somebody walks behind on the walking path, my dogs go nuts. Holy moly. You know, my dog's latest thing is they're too lazy to go out and bark at them. So they bark from inside the house. And then when Brian gets going, he starts howling. And I'm like, great. And then if he howls, then others, and I'm like, you guys, you got to stop this.
They're playing telephone.
Yeah. Holy moly. Okay. So this one's going to have that orange across the top. And then, so same as the E, you can see a good portion of the U is going to be lifted up by the trees. So just do the one side and the bottom. I think there's room for just a teeny little sliver up here. Sliver of dimensional. That's what I'm gonna do. Can't even see them. Come on, focus. There's one right there. Okay. And then I'll put a little glue where it's going to touch the leaves of the tree, like that. Did I take them all off? Yep. Okay, folks. The U is done. You know what? There's no room for a dimensional on the top of the U. Mine's longer than I thought, or the tree is higher than I thought. Okay, so I pulled that top one off. There is my U.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it smells so good in here right now. We had some pretty killer tacos yesterday, and
Oh,
now
I love tacos.
same here. And they're heating them up, and I'm like, oh, and they're almost gone. But I know how they were made because I made them.
Huh?
Oh, but yeah, nothing like a good taqueria smell, right?
I love tacos.
Yep, any kind. Oh, we had some poblano crema. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna slide you over to the side, and then we'll pull out our last piece. Last of the last. So, oh, one of these was supposed to have a ribbon. Where did we forget the ribbon? Oh, I know. This ribbon goes on E. My letters are all out of order. G-R-A-T-E. Yeah. Hold on here, Baba Louie. Yes. This is supposed to be in here with this. So I'm going to have to lift this back up if I can. I look down and I'm like, why do I have two ribbons left? There should only be one ribbon left. Okay. I might have to cut mine apart in order to get it in there. Well, I may have to do doctoring. But we should have some ribbon in here, but it should be tucked in a little further. Sorry about that, folks. That's where that goes. I will fix that later. And then this last letter, the L. Okay. And we have ribbons that we're going to use here. We're going to fold it. So we're doing the same ribbon fold on each of them. And then we have two of the metallic leaves. Okay. Two metallic leaves and a thing of pumpkins. Okay. We're just going to kind of get these going in that direction. Okay. But before we do this one, we have to stamp. So we have one, so we have stamping on 3. Should have a ribbon on 3. So that's kind of our goal. So the stamping for this one is going to be the, we're we're going to stamp with the pumpkins. This time, so pull the acorns off. And I'm going to stamp with the pumpkin pie. You could also stamp with the Cajun craze, but the Cajun craze is just a little strong, which is why I haven't really used it. Okay, same drill. Let's go ahead and stamp off on the pumpkins. Just have some fun making some pumpkin designer series paper. And I think I'm just going to do one more little row here. I just don't want too much going on. All right, so that's about all I'm going to do, because we'll have this. And then we have our letter. And our leaves. And ribbon. So everything kind of coming off this one side. Okay. Could even come that direction. Just playing around here. Okay. So last drill, I'm going to do my paper. And so this is L. I'm going to put an L on the back, the strip. I'm going to soften it. It goes this way. I'm just going to crinkle it. I'm going to fold it in half. So hopefully everybody has at least their G completely put together so that we can do a little bit of the stringing. And from there, it becomes kind of just working on your own to get everything assembled. Well, there's a couple more steps we have to do to kind of even things out, but you'll see in just a second. All right. So I like to have the letter before me, just so I get the vibe of what we're going for. Okay. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the L. Okay, I'm going to take this little piece off right here. It's going to be perfect for the L. Nice. What letter are you guys on?
I'm watching. I just decided I'm not going to stamp it all.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I just because I'd have to go back and not do them, and I don't want to do that. So I'm up with you, because where you've stamped, I've speckled.
Great. Speaking of,
or maybe added one more leaf or something, but
yep, I love it.
Because I don't want to have to go back and then be really behind.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, once you kind of get things going and go, gosh, I do want to add a few more leaves here and there, you will have plenty to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to use some in just a minute here, a bunch. But for right now, yeah.
I'm still on R, so don't feel bad.
Okay. Well, and I will, once I get these done, I will take a picture of each letter. So you'll have each individual letter to I'll get you guys all hooked up. Okay, so I'm going to put on this L here. I'm going to put it partially down because I know I'm going to be lifting and tucking under there. So I'll put a little bit more glue there in just a minute. So maybe I'll just do glue right there for now. Okay. And so I'll put my okay. We'll add the L. Again, it's kind of at the bottom there. We'll put this across the top so we have the right vibe going on. I can remove this now. That always makes me a little crazy. I do think I want to add another leaf to this one just to really give it a nice big. And so I'm going to take out one of these that are kind of in this Cajun craze. They're, you get them in there's a couple colors. There's a light Cajun craze and a darker Cajun craze. It doesn't matter. Just bring out a leaf. And let's see, I'm going to bring kind of one of these larger ones. Again, doesn't matter which one. Just pick a leaf, any leaf. And the reason it doesn't matter is because by the time we do all that, we're going to string a bunch of leaves here in just a minute. It's not going to matter at all because it all mixes and matches. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut that tip off because it's just too much. I'm going to see about a leaf there. And we have tuck our ribbon in there as well. Maybe even bring it up that direction. I don't know. Just going to kind of have some fun with the elements. And then we have these two leaves as well. And then our pumpkins will kind of sit in there like so. Maybe I should pull this down. Nope, it should go this way. Oh, that's what I need to do. Wait. There we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I need to get all of that in there. I'm going to start with the ribbon. And so because I don't have any Seal Plus with me, I'm just going to kind of glue it together. You'll never see that. It'll be on the inside. But that'll hold it flat. And I'm going to put some there, a little right there. And I'm going to slide this under there. Okay, just kind of let that set up for a second. So I think I'm just going to squirt, rather than taking it out, I'm just going to squirt some glue in there. Ta-da! Get that leaf in there, give it some curl. A little curl. Okay. Just holding that down for a second. I'm going to move to my pumpkins. And dimensional on the pumpkin. Okay. Bring that out. So I'm laying my pumpkin in like so. And I'm going to need a dimensional right there behind that just to hold that leaf down because it was kind of pulling everything up. And then I'm going to add my leaves here, give them a little curl. Give it a little curl. And then we'll tuck these in. So we'll have one right in there and another one kind of coming here. Just create a fun little spray. Okay, get that just the angle you like. And then I need some glue right in here. So, ta-da! That is my L. And I need to hold it down for just a minute.
So, okay,
Okay. So if you want to snap some pictures, some screenshots, I will bring the letters in. Like if you want to take a screenshot of U and L, that way you kind of know what it's going to be. If I might, because it might take me a minute to get my pictures uploaded. So screenshot that. And let me get the next two letters.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Wait.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm gonna have
Okay.
to find the right color things here. So where's my F? I found F. Okay, so there's UL. Here's F. And E is supposed to have the ribbon in it, but I don't have it in all the way. But I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do with it? I think I'm just gonna cut it apart. The reason I didn't cut the ends off is because the ends they're burned. You can feel they've been edged, so I'm gonna keep them that way. Gonna just try and get this underneath here. And the reason I really want to get this ribbon in here, because I want that third repetition rather than just two. And I know this one feels kind of side heavy, but by the time it hangs and with all the leaves we're going to hang in here, it'll be just fine. Doing a little surgery here. I will prep your picture, your photo here in just a second. Okay. E, let's see, what color is E on the top? It is pecan. So there's E. Tell me when you have that taken.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yep.
Okay. T. I love T. The letter T on this one. Okay. There's T.
I prefer coffee myself.
I prefer sparkling water.
I got 4 words for tea. Tea is not coffee.
Is not coffee. That's great. Okay, so there's T. A. All right, we got a
What color of ruffle are you going to put on that one?
It's coming. The picture is
Oh,
like,
there you go.
sorry, I can tell when it stops. So it's pumpkin pie. I like the A, nice and simple. But I like all the splatter too. Let me know when you're done with A.
Done.
Okay. And then here comes R. Is Cajun. I think I would have liked if I had stamped on this one a little bit, but that's okay. Done with R.
Yes.
And here comes G. Okay.
Yay.
Yay. All right. So here comes the fun, folks, is the stringing it. And so I'm using old ribbon here because I used all the basic beige for you guys. So this was the closest thing I had. And so I was looking through my mom's stash because she has a ton of ribbon here. Does she have anything close to basic beige? Nope. She had this. And I'm like, well, I already have that. And then you also have some linen thread. Okay. And what I want you to do with your linen thread, this is going to remain one piece. So this is what you're going to use to string your entire garland. All right. And what you decide what you want to do. If you want the basic beige to run across the top, then you'll feed it from the front. I'm sorry, you'll string it from the back, to the front and then down. Or if you don't want it to show, you'll start from the front. So, does anybody have a preference? You want to see it from the front? Or I personally don't think I want all of that showing. It could be really pretty.
I
But
like that.
you like it showing, Alicia?
I do.
Okay,
I
you're the
like it on the front.
Okay, hang on a minute. What do you mean by showing in the front?
Okay, so if I string it in from the back, so Alicia
Right.
said she wants it to show. If I string it from the back, it's going to now run across the front.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. Or if you string it from the front, so Alicia's going to do hers that way. I think I want to string from the front and have it across the back.
Yeah, I prefer that too. I didn't like the look of that white going across the top.
Well, the thing of it is, I guess what it would be is it would be what it would do is look like a ribbon in between your ruffle, like a ribbon across your ruffle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it would have to lay perfectly good or you'd end up not liking it.
Yeah, here's where the saying, what is the saying, folks?
Do you?
Who said that? Rose?
Yeah.
Say it again.
You know who else says that all the time? Tim Holtz.
Oh, does he? I've never
Yeah.
watched any of his stuff, but yes,
You do you. He always says that.
you do you so that, Okay, I'm going to string this and I'm going to have to pull this all the way across. Okay, so you're going to leave yourself probably about 14 inches or so. And then these are designed to string pretty much next to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and I can't put my R on yet because I don't have my ruffle on, but I'm pulling my ribbon through so that at least I have this next. So I have some ends here and I'm just kind of working this from the back so that it is laying straight. And this is a little thicker than what you guys have. It's kind of obnoxious, but it was the closest thing I had. Okay, so that's coming out. Then you're going to take your linen thread and I want you to unwind it, okay? And I want you to split your linen thread into 3 sections. So 3 even sections. So it's easy to kind of do it in half, but I'm just kind of working this so that I have 3 sections of linen thread. Okay, so I'm trying to make them pretty even. If they're slightly off, it's no big deal.
This is where we need somebody who's already done it to give us the inches.
Well, yeah. So it's going to be somewhere around, I don't know. It's close to a yard, but maybe not totally exact. So anyway, split it into thirds, okay? And now that you have it split into thirds, you're going to split it into thirds again. Okay, so I'm going to fold it. So what I'm going for are 9 pieces that are pretty much the same size. They don't have to be exact. It doesn't matter. If they're slightly different, totally okay. Somebody's choking in the other room. Okay, so I've folded it into 9 pieces. Does that make sense?
Gobbling down those tacos.
Exactly. Did they leave me any? No.
I
That's okay. Okay.
haven't eaten breakfast yet.
So, yeah, same here. Yeah, you know why? Because I'm used to starting at 10, but I'm like, oh, wait, I'm in San Jose. I got to start at 9.
I know.
I'm like, wait, I almost blew it. Okay, so here's where you're going to have some fun. And this is what's really kind of going to bring this to life. You have this whole bag of leaves. And so, let's use some of these leaves that are the metallic ones. Definitely use a couple of those. So punch some of those out. Okay, so I was able to break this into 4 pieces. So in that kit. Now, some of your pieces are actually duo. So you decide if you want to use them that way or if you want to take them apart. But I would definitely repeat the blue in your garland here because we've only repeated the blue color twice. So definitely use the blue stuff, okay? And you have some more blue. Plus you have this cool mulberry stuff. Just kind of dig through there and grab some leaves, and everybody's is going to end up being a little bit different. But what we're going to do is we're going to string our leaves and then tie them in between each letter. So at the ends and in between each of the letters. Okay, so here's what I mean by the mulberry. Look at these, how pretty this is. That's those are the mulberry paper. And so you have some of those in the ivy as well. Okay, so I'm just pulling out some leaves here, folks. Like I say, go in there and find the blue. We want all of the blue. I feel like I can't find my blue. Where did they go? I know I have them. Did they fall out? Anyhow, just get yourself some leaves. Like I say, everybody's will be a little bit different. But grab all of your blue so that you can kind of spread that blue out throughout the garland. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a leaf. Well, the first thing you're going to do is, and it doesn't matter if this is in the exact right in half. In fact, it just doesn't matter. But you're going to fold your linen thread in half, and you're going to create a half hitch and pull your 2 ends through and add it to your ribbon so that you have 2 tails. So does everybody know what a half hitch is?
There went a siren.
Oh, I hear your dogs, your neighbors. Okay, so you're going to put 1 on the end. You're going to half hitch on the end. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to fold your linen thread in half or close to it. Okay, put it behind, bring the 2 ends through, and then cinch it down. Okay. And then what you'll have next will be your R. You're going to string your R. Okay. So you've got 1 linen thread in between each letter. Then to your linen thread, you're going to be tying leaves. So you're going to take your leaves. I'm going to take this one because I think it'll look good next to that. And you're just going to take your linen thread here and tie a loop. Okay. And just tie a knot right around the stem of that leaf. You might have to kind of play with it just a little to get it just the way you want it. And then you'll probably want to knot it again just to keep it in place. Okay, so there's that. And then with this end here, pick a different color you know, and a different shape. So maybe this metallic one would be.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness, what's going on, Rose?
I don't know, but cue the dogs.
Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do this one and I'm going to tie it a little closer to the end. So the thing is here, we're just going to have these different leaves that are going to hang. This is where you definitely don't want sticky fingers. Oh, man, my thing fell out. Okay, just slip that back in there. You could even glue dot these if you want to the linen thread. I'm actually not using linen thread because I was out. You guys all have linen thread, which is what I want. I am using up gold twisted thread. A little harder to tie. But anyhow, so you're just going to add leaves so that as this hangs, you have leaves that are just going to kind of, you know, dangle in between and give it some character. So you decide how many you want to tie and how long you want them. Ooh, maybe this double one is kind of fun. But I don't want that repetition. But so you have these, you have plenty to choose from. You don't have to do 2 per, you can do just 1 if you would like. But I would change it up and have some have 2 and some only have, of course, that's the same shape as this one. That's kind of dumb. So I'll use this mulberry. This is pretty. But just change how many you put and hang them at different levels so that nothing's, you just want it to hang and look cool. Okay, so that's what I've kind of got going right here for right now. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
It's kind of fun. It's different, but I don't like to always do the exact same style garland, if that makes sense. So, but once you go through, you may want to go if like the linen thread should do, whoa, man, why did it come out so much? Holy moly spicoli. Okay. If your linen thread should stay, but the gold twisted has a tendency to unknot a little bit. So I'm just dotting a tiny bit of glue on that so it'll kind of like hold its knot in place. But I give it a little squeeze and it came like pouring out. Like, what's that all about? Okay. So then I would do the same thing on my next letter here. And then you decide how, far apart you want them. So you might want to get all your letters on and then go back through and add your linen thread. That's what I'm going to do, but I just don't have my next letter ready to go. But so you have 9 pieces, you have 8 letters, which means you have 1 for each end as well. And so that's what's going to make it so pretty. And then everybody's will be just a little bit different. Any questions? Crickets.
You're going to publish recording, right?
Oh yes, it's recording and I will post it. I will post it here in just a few minutes. I wanted to bring your attention. Okay. So then you have this piece of bark wire. This is your bonus project. You can open your bark wire up a little bit and make it to whatever size circle you want. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's not going to show. You're going to take your extra leaves and crinkle them and whatnot. Same thing with these. If you want to give all these some splatter and everything, but then go ahead and use your extra leaves and just start making a really pretty, just add these all in all kinds of directions, right? Just have some fun and make yourself, and I'll make up a wreath as well, and I'll post that so that you can see how I've used my extra leaves. And then you have some acorns that you can tuck in that as well. So you've got a bonus project there because this comes with the garland kit, but So this is a quarter of it. So you would actually have, it's actually 3 more pieces long than this.
Would
But
we would probably need a glue gun, right, to glue that down on that?
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you could use glue, but man, that's just going to take way too long. Yeah, you want instant stick, right? So, and this doesn't have to be a perfect ring because you can see by the time you get all your leaves on, you'll be fine. You also may want your leaves kind of all going in one direction. It's just up to you what you want to do. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave all my stuff out and get it finished so that I can put photos up for y'all. Let me take the spotlight off so I can see you guys again. Hello. So I'm going to ask one more time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. What are your questions? Do you need help with anything?
I found out what I did with my missing thing.
Where did it go?
Well, I glued 2 of the folded ones together.
Oh, you know how you solve that? Do you have a heat tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, so heat it up and then take like a piece of dental floss and just run it right through there and it'll separate them.
Okay, I'll try it.
If not, just you can see how easy it is to replace a different color in there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be hard.
Yeah. Or just use the other 2 that are cut apart. And you won't even, because you can't tell where the fold is. It was just a matter of I want to switch the pattern back and forth, but you know, and then being careful with the toile piece that is directional. So anywho, all right. If you don't have any questions, I'm gonna say goodbye for today. I'll see you in 2 weeks. But I'm going to finish this one and I'm going to get it hung and then I'll get some photos taken of it so you guys can see and you know, have that to work from. Plus, for right now, you have your screenshots. So, all right. Any other things you need?
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
Okay. Any
I
questions
will
on
be
the
working
advent
on the rest of
calendar?
mine.
Okay.
Thanks.
If you have any questions on the advent calendar or any of the other classes coming up, shoot me a text, a DM. It doesn't matter. I'll catch you in any way that I need to. I'll be there. So, all right. It was fun to see each of you
Bye-bye.
today, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Hopefully your
Bye.
phone comes soon.
It doesn't come until Monday, Kaylee.
I know that's so ridiculous. I can't believe it.
But I can still text from my computer. I can
Oh, good.
if you
Okay.
call me and my computer is open, I can answer on my phone.
But we can text and you would get it on your computer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All
Okay.
right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.